Hey everyone, it's Lauren Alvin with Adepup Dog and Puppy Training. I have a nasty cold, so please forgive me if I make disgusting noises during this training tip. I'll do my best. I wanted to make one today, even though I'm gross and sick, because it's Dog Bite Prevention Week, and it's really important, and I wanted to make something that I've had on the back burner, I've had on my list for a while. So, this training tip is about the myth that good dogs don't bite, or that your dog will never bite, or that your dog loves your kids, therefore your kids can do whatever they want to the dog, or your dog loves the kids, therefore the kids are safe, or your dog loves the kids, therefore the kids don't need to do things that they would otherwise do around dogs around your dog because your dog is the exception. All dogs are exceptions. All dogs are exceptional. Your dog is wonderful. Your kids are wonderful. Your dog is brilliant and sweet and lovable, and so are your kids, probably. You love your dog and you love your kids, and I know that. And it can get really personal when someone else, this isn't what I'm implying, but I know it feels like that. Someone else is saying you're a bad parent and you're a bad dog owner and your kids are gonna die because your dog's vicious and you're doing everything wrong. And that's not the case. But here are the facts. 50% of kids will be bitten by a dog by the time they're 12. 77% of those bites come from dogs that the child knows or lives with. So dog bites are not something that happens with other dogs or other kids. They're something that happens in people's homes with dogs that they know. So we need to be able to listen to the dogs in our house and not just be safe around strange dogs. And the way that we treat our dogs and teach our kids to treat our dogs in the house is going to reflect how they treat other dogs outside of the house. So, your dog is wonderful. Your dog is brilliant. They're a wonderful, loving, adorable, valued member of your family, just like your kids. I don't doubt that, and I'm not questioning that. You would never knowingly put your kids or your dog in any danger. I know that because you're a good dog owner and you're a good parent. You also love your grandma. She makes cookies for your kids, she gets them special birthday presents, she hands out life advice, she cuddles them when they're sick, she reads special stories to them. You know, she's a valuable, wonderful member of your family. And she's such a good grandma. She doesn't mind when the kids crawl on her and pull her hair, even though she's 85. She never complains about it. And she never gets angry if they rearrange her pills or throw her food on the floor. She never says a peep. And, you know, even if they steal money out of her purse, she's never yelled at them for that. She's a good grandma. She would never do that. One, being a good grandma is not incompatible with standing up for yourself or your safety or your wellness and putting your foot down when something's going over the line. Two, if she's such a good grandma and you love her so much, why would you do that to her? Why? She's a loved, valued member of your family. That means that she gets love and consideration and respect, and that she doesn't have to put up with those things because they make her uncomfortable. Even if she's tolerating it, she shouldn't have to. And three, everyone has their limit. Everybody. I have never punched anyone in the face. I've never run over anyone with my car. I've never screamed at a stranger for bumping into me by accident. I've never done those things, but I can't imagine a situation where I might do those things. They're at the end of a very long, terrible road of awful, awful experiences and incidents, but it's there, and it's not because I'm a bad person. I think I'm a good person, most people do. I mean, most people think they're good people. I don't know what most people think about me. But there's a limit. There's a limit for what you can handle, and there's a limit for what you're gonna take. I'm mad as hell and I'm not gonna take it anymore. And that doesn't mean that you're a bad, awful person. It means that you've reached your limit. So, like I said, 50% of kids will be bitten by a dog by the time they're 12. 77% of those bites come from dogs that they know. When that happens, it's devastating. It's devastating to the kids because they were bitten by their best friend. They might feel guilty for it because they feel like they did something that got the dog in trouble, or it often happens, got the dog put to sleep. And that's devastating for everybody. When dogs reach their limit, they have knives in their mouth and they might feel the need to use them. Okay, so here comes the chorus of totally wonderful, well-meaning, lovely dog owners and parents. My dog would never bite. My dog loves the kids. My dog would never reach that limit. I can't imagine a scenario where Nina would bite because she's my precious baby. But I'm sure it's out there, probably if she was in pain or fireworks, she hates fireworks, something terrible going on. Everyone has their limit, everybody, even your wonderful dog. Even if your wonderful dog never reaches their limit, even if their limit is so sky high that the kids can be blowing kazoos in their ears and poking it like a voodoo doll, and the dog's just like, okay. Even if that's your dog, why would you do that to them? You love them. And whatever your kids do to that dog, they're learning to do to other dogs. So if you don't want your kids blowing kazoos in dogs' ears and poking them like voodoo dolls, or getting up in their face, or hugging them, or treating them like dogs, or dolls, or riding on them, or sitting on them, then don't teach them to do that to your dog. They're gonna do that to strange dogs they meet on the street. They're gonna do that to neighbor dogs who might be fearful or reactive or arthritic or hate children or have already had a terrible week, and they're already, just one straw away from letting loose on the next kid who looks at them side-eyed. And there's no reason to put that kid in danger and the dog in danger. Even if the kid comes away relatively unscathed, that dog could get put to sleep. Because of you. No, but because the kid learned that it was okay to do this with dogs, and it's not okay to do that with dogs. Dogs are wonderful, and all dogs are good dogs, and that means that we have to treat them like that. They're living beings. They have feelings and needs and limits, and we need to respect that and listen to their needs and their preferences, and don't force things on them that they don't want to have forced on them, because bad things can happen. Let me get a handout real quick, which I should have gotten beforehand. Okay. This is from stopthe77.com of the family dog. Go to this website. I'll link it below. They have fantastic videos for under kindergarten age up to like 12 years old about dog body language, about how to be a good friend to dogs, about how to know if a dog is, excuse me, how to know if a dog is enjoying something or not. And that's what it comes down to. We need to respect their body, their feelings, their space, and their stuff. If dogs feel safe around kids, then kids are safe around dogs. And that means the dogs are safe around the kids, because the kids are acting safely around the dogs, which makes the dogs feel safe, which means the kids are safe from the dogs. Safe kids, safe dogs. It's a cycle. Okay, I'll link that below. I have to go having a coughing fit after talking for 8 minutes. We've got the CGC class coming up. We've only got one registered, so if you want to join, you got to pick it up soon. The minimum is 3, so we need at least 2 more if you want to have the class. I don't mind having Thursdays off, so if you don't want to do it, don't do it. We've got games night is until June. We've got other stuff chugging along. Lots of folks are graduating. Same old, same old. Let me know if you have any questions or requests. There's going to be a live Ask the Trainer event on the 21st, I believe, of April. It's going to be a live. I'm going to be doing it at the Pet Value on the north end of Hagerstown, the one by Martin's, by Domino's and the Taekwondo place. There it is. I better get going. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.